Thank you, everyone. You know, you always think that you need to start with sort of a joke or some sort of a fun thing, but when you think about internet marketing, you think it's serious. But I had one question that kept popping up in my head, and it's to Bing or not to Bing. That is the question. You can ask the same thing about Twitter, to tweet or not to tweet, etc. But anyway, today it's more serious than that. The topic is using the internet as a marketing channel. So I hope that you get a good perspective on what that's all about. What I'm going to attempt to cover, you know, and it's not going to be obviously the depth that we could take each one of these topics and talk about it for a week, but we're going to talk about basically what does internet marketing, what are the components of real internet marketing, because I think you need to sort of look at the perspective of where things fit in. All the different types of search, because everybody's talking about search. Organic, paid, and then digital asset optimization, which I'll get into. Local social media optimization, and then traffic, landing page and conversion, and finally tracking and reporting, which in the internet is really not only important, but you're able to do it. So it makes it very, very nice. So let's start with the components of internet marketing. If we look at this chart, it sort of puts everything in a perspective. You basically have several different areas of internet marketing. You have email marketing, you have search marketing, affiliate marketing, website development and landing page development is actually just a piece of this. I know a lot of people think that the website is the start of where you start. We recommend that that's a place that you do after you have your marketing plan, your internet marketing plan in place. Once you have your strategy in place, what you want to accomplish, then the website needs to be built around that strategy. And then online display ads, rich ads, media ads, all of the advertising that's online, and then social marketing. Now, if you look at the two areas that are the most robust, you look at the area of search marketing. And under search marketing, there's an enormous amount of different verticals that actually are there. And it's very important to understand these if you want to be able to leverage your assets. And actually be found. So you have organic or universal search. You have paid search. PPC is paid search. Pay per click is the jargon. Yes?
Sorry to butt in right at the beginning, but as you're talking, could you distinguish a little bit things that are more applicable toward like selling a professional service as opposed to marketing an object or something like that?
I will get into that. I think if you see how it all fits together, I think you'll see that there are a lot of things that are similar. But that's a good point. So you have the organic image search, and I'm going to go through what this organic is all about because I think that's important to understand the difference between paid search and organic search. Shopping comparison search engines, organic video search, and other organic search engines, which again, I will cover all the different types of organic search engines out there. And I'll also tell you why it's important to know about these things. And then we have social marketing, which, by the way, when I started doing presentations even 5 years ago, there was nothing in that area. And now it's probably the most robust area that's around. And basically, I look at the social marketing as a business marketing tool. It's not just for fun, although it can be. So if you want to use it personally, that's wonderful. But today is all about business. So how your business can use social media. So there's blogging, blog marketing. And again, everything that I'm going to be talking about is a strategic approach to how to use this, to use it to leverage it for your business. Podcasting and video casting. A lot of people think that a podcast is a video cast, but a podcast is just an audio file, whereas a video cast is a podcast with video. Online reputation management. That's becoming more and more important today. You can either address it before you get out there or address it once something bad has happened to you on the internet where people Google you and all kinds of bad stuff comes up. Photo sharing, video sharing, that's really, really, a couple of years ago, you would not even have YouTube be a prominent search engine. Today it is the second largest search engine after Google. And that's because of bandwidth. So technology and marketing goes hand in hand. If you can't see the video, you can't use it as a marketing tool. So the bandwidth and the infrastructure has to be there for the next thing to come about, i.e. smartphones are changing the way we're going to be doing marketing in the next 5 years. So we're looking at that. Then you have your social networking sites, and we'll talk about that. You have your social bookmarking sites, and you have your social news sites. And there are, under this, there are hundreds of thousands of verticals. Like if you, Better Homes and Gardens, they have a vertical networking site that you could go on if you happen to like gardening, et cetera. So there's all kinds of verticals under these sites. So why is basically search so important? And the reason I say this is a lot of people from the business perspective think that I'm in business, I need to be found. And I think that's a very good reason to be on page one or to be found by Google. But there's a second component to that, and that's the person who is the searcher, somebody who is looking for information. Most people forget about that person. And if you don't get a good result when you're searching, you are also frustrated. So it's a two-way street. It's not just all about the business, because if your business is not being found, then you are typically invisible. It's not like the Yellow Pages years ago where, if you're not on page one, you're still there. If you don't come up in the search engines and somebody can't even find you on your name, you are typically invisible. They can't find you. There's no information about you. You don't exist. So that's part of the frustration that basically we find on the internet. It's not just all about the business, but it's also the disservice you're doing to the public that can't find who you are and what you're doing. Because you may have exactly what they need, and if you're not there, you're not a player in that arena. So that's kind of important to note.